All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chuck was ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate,
Arr.
contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
iPads and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right. We're back. We're live. We have made it. Or at least hopefully we have. I don't know. The funny weather patterns that are going on apparently is wreaking some havoc with the internet. Audio's fluctuating, I think. Cameras are bouncing in and out. People are bouncing in and out. I don't know. But I see that Dennis is in, the Bills are in, Barb, Jason, the Bortners. I see that Phil is feeling better, hopefully. And hopefully somebody out there has been keeping track of the Daytona. Are they still racing or aren't they? Who won? Mark's in. Because I got to watch up to about the 11th lap. And that dropped and forgotten. Jeff's in the house. Jeff's in the house from the Atlanta airport. Let's see here. I don't know. I think I see something about 5 laps so Who knows? Maybe they're still racing. Well, that was all for that, I guess. Let's get Chuck in. He's back. How's it going, Chuck?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, it. I watched the Trump highlights, saw a little bit of the race. It got yellow flagged there for a while. Barb's reporting to us. 73 laps to go, Josh. They got delayed a while.
Yeah, and how?
And dropped and forgotten says he's returning from Bogota, Colombia.
Was he metal detecting?
No, he didn't say that. He's just returning.
I mean, I don't. Silly question, maybe. I don't even know if they allow metal detecting in Bogota, Colombia. Who knows?
I don't know. It's not one I'm familiar with. I know Colombia has always been good for coffee and cocaine
Well,
back in the day, you know. So anyway,
I mean, we get messages from all over the world, but I don't know that we get any from Bogota,
uh,
or at least I can't recall of any right off the top of my head.
you might have been fishing. Ian's talking square groupers. I didn't find any of the square groupers. He said they allow it with permission. You have to have permission. That makes sense.
Oh, the metal detect?
Yeah, I'm kind of following what Drop and Forgotten's saying here.
Yeah, because I imagine, considering what Colombia was known for back in the day, you definitely want to make sure where you're at.
Right. So Dennis is running out of firewood. He's got to go to Mark Hoover to get his spare.
Well, like I said, Mark Hoover probably used his and went for more because Florida's got more snow than Ohio has this
Yes,
year.
they have. Phil Bordner, take care of yourself. He's still not good yet, he says. He's heading back to bed. Get better, buddy.
He's been sick for 2 weeks now.
Well, that influenza A is going around, and Kenny had it and several other people, and it knocked them right out. I mean, they were down a week easily. So,
And I don't know what the repercussions of it are, but if people have been following, because the bird flu is back again, and
yep.
at least for Ohio, we've actually ran across the first human case.
Which flu again?
Bird flu, avian flu.
Come from China? Just asking.
Well, originally, I think it came from somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean.
Chicken of the sea?
Could be.
There you go. I mean, they can put names on all the flus. I mean, there's been around a long time. They just didn't name them. Avian flu's been around a long time.
Yeah. But the strain, imagine that, the strain seems to be evolving.
Yeah, it visited China.
Right. It's well traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been around. It's not like this is our first go around with the avian flu.
Oh,
They've found cases of it before in pigs and horses and even dairy cows.
swine
But
flu. We've had more Spanish flu. That was a big epidemic around what 1915
19,
or
yeah, 1915, 1918, something
yeah,
like that.
it lasted a while and it killed a lot of people.
Yeah, and they were comparing COVID to that. Uh, when we were going through the big pandemic, and for whatever reason, this strain of the bird flu has changed. It's not the first time they've seen it in dairy cattle before.
Well, Bill Hayes made a comment about the Democrats. It only affects the Democrats.
It is the first time, though, that it seems to have localized in the mammary glands of the dairy cattle.
Yeah, and California has had a big hoodoo over the avian flu, bird flu, and they've got everybody wearing masks and all that before it ever hits hard again. Which it's that time of year. And
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people are wearing masks without being told to. And I saw it before, and I've seen it after, and I go get the standard flu shot, and I don't trust all the other companies out there with some of the stuff they're pushing.
Right. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on from that, we got everything
And if
firmed up.
you,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say we got the scheduling, everything's firmed up, and we got all 4 pavilions at the parks, Heritage and Empire. They booked the Logger House in, and that's a nice place for the meet and greet. And I'm talking with, I talked with Ringy. He's got all the info, and I've talked with Jason Quarter Hoarder and sent the information on out to Naka. I've sent it on to Debbie. Debbie's going to be there. I'm pretty sure you're going to get to see the rest of them. Now I'm going to slide back. I got to get some information from Josh for Rizzo. I couldn't find it. So we got to see if Rizzo wants to come and a few others, and we'll have a good time. That'd be Logger, Logger, not Lager. But that is a good name.
I have had people ask me that because they know it's a bar slash pub, whatever, so they thought maybe it was a play on words.
Right. Dropped and forgotten. Have safe travels, buddy. He's getting on his flight to Omaha. Hey,
Right.
Scott Glory, is it any warmer up there?
I doubt it.
Oh, I doubt it too. We've had some pretty raw wind. I mean, it's been 20, 25 mile an hour. And the temp's still dropping. It was 29 this morning. It's down to 13 now.
I know. It's killing me.
Yeah. Scott's reporting minus 12 the next 2 nights here in Wisconsin.
Keep it.
We're not that far from you, Scott.
Keep it.
Yeah, he's gotten over a foot of snow the last 2 days. That snow line was running the very northern tier of Illinois. The heavy snow line was. We got like an inch blowing around and that kind of stuff, and got it all cleaned up.
I think we got 2 to 3.
Barb, they got the high wind there at the 50-mile-an-hour gust. So, yeah, it's winter, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I can say about it. And a tough one for the people down in Tennessee and that area yesterday with all the flooding. And heart goes out to them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of these areas of the country, they just cannot get a break this year.
No.
I mean, we're dealing with torrential rains and washouts and tornadoes and floods and wildfires, unseasonable snow.
Yep.
Nuts.
Yep. So, not good.
And I know you said you happened to catch the beginning of the Daytona. Did you happen to catch that the heavily armored presidential limousine, which it is heavily armored,
Yep.
weighs in at 11 tons, 22,000 pounds?
Yep. That's the one they call the Beast, right?
Yes.
Yep. That was neat. But what was neat is he did his first little go around, and all the cars, all the racers got to get in behind him. And a couple of drivers were just talking back and forth. They put that on, and then Trump got to talk to all the drivers. So they had a good time with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Fun.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, Barb, the Beast led the first lap. That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. But
and then they go off into pit road, not for fuel or tires.
Yep. And I saw that one too. Barb, that picture's cool. So, yeah, America, no doubt about it. It's coming back. Whether the Democrats like it or not, it's coming back.
There you
And
go.
I fully expect to hear nothing but lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit being placed against Trump and the rest of the crew. It's already starting.
Already have been.
Yep. And they're still coming up with more because that's the only way they think they can defend anything is, well, I'm going to sue you. Okay. Bring it on. Well, I've got a judge up in BF, Maine, and he's going to block you on this stuff. Okay. Yep. So, go
It
get him.
happens.
Yep, it happens. So I hope in the next week, 10 days, I'll let you all know who's coming to go hunting with us. And we were hoping for one fella from the East Coast there with XP, but it sounds like probably not on him.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not from lack of interest. It's not from lack of trying. And he and I both think that it's not necessarily the wisest call, but we're not the ones that make the calls.
Right. Yep. Barb's got us updated. 64 laps to go once stage 3 starts.
Okay.
So they're still going.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's a night race now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That place got more lights than they know what to do with, though. They light her up pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll put the
But
power
I
on.
bet the boys are out detecting the beaches after this week because they
Yeah,
all go down to the beaches and visit.
yeah. David Riley in from New Jersey.
Hey, David, how you doing, buddy?
Good to see.
Yep, yep. Had a few people bounce in and out.
And I guess with having things firmed up as far as the pavilions and the logger house,
Yep,
uh, we should start seeing some information posted too here in the next 2 weeks or so.
yep. Who's coming? What's going on?
Yeah.
It'll be a good. So we're working on it. It should come together pretty well. We've got to get some stuff in and do a little shopping on a few things, and we'll get that done, and we'll have it. We'll run it. And we'll have a good time, rain or shine. Maybe
Yeah,
Buck can make the drive up this time.
that seems to be the way it's going to have to go down. I mean, with the way the weather pattern's been.
Yep. We the one down in Galesburg, beautiful morning, all morning long, and at the last hunt, it rained. That was about it.
Right? That's better than monsoons in the morning.
Yep. And David Riley, you said he's out of New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's saying they're talking 12 to 14 inches of snow predicted for them Wednesday, Thursday this week.
Yeah, and they just got through with a bunch of rain.
Good luck, David. But at least in New Jersey, they got snowplows
True.
that can deal with it. You get down to Atlanta and get further south, and they're thin on snowplow and snow removal.
Oh, yeah.
In Florida, it was pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, and pretty much Texas.
Yep, it'll melt.
Yep. Eventually.
So, but with all that's been going on and everything, our weather pattern smacking the section, Georgia, the Carolinas, the Virginias, Tennessee, Kentucky, that area is just like we were talking earlier. It can't catch a break.
No, not at all.
So,
of course, if we could somehow route that all to California, they might catch a break. It'd take care of the wildfires.
they're still talking, California's still talking piping water from the Mississippi River. Nah.
They're located next to an ocean.
Go down to these and they desalinate the ocean water all the time.
Right.
Yeah. David says that they don't close schools if it's only under 3 inches of snow. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Scott's talking about a hunt in Missouri the last week in March. Which one is that, Scott?
I wonder if that's the show me.
Is that the show me?
I wonder.
Oh, Missouri Pro-Am in
Yeah,
Greenville.
yeah.
There you go.
And Jason, no, NASCAR did not say what the speed of the beast is. They will not disclose that information.
Probably pretty fast. If it has to be.
But, clearly it's not built for fuel efficiency.
No. And it's not battery operated. Thank God.
No. Although the pace car was.
Well, I'm glad it made the lap.
Might be all it makes.
The other night, coming back from Davenport after the meeting, going into Bettendorf, Iowa, running in the river, one of the Tesla trucks pulls up alongside me. I'm sitting there, I'm kind of looking at it. I'd seen them. We've got a couple running up and down up in here. And it's just a big wedge, but there's no room in it to speak of like a standard pickup truck. I'm sorry. No, not my cup of tea.
Right. And somebody told me that they now produce those with sound effects on them.
I've heard that. I haven't experienced it. Anybody, so it sounds like it got an engine on it. Is that correct?
Yeah. And
No.
it's like, okay, so you just paid how much money for an electric car to make it sound like it's a gasoline car? Why didn't you just buy a gasoline car?
Yeah. Hey, I'm one of those guys. I want a nice sounding motor. I fire it up. That's good. You can keep the battery stuff because I know what the battery stuff's made out of. I made it for years and it's not good. You can't get rid of it.
Well,
It'll never go away.
Frankie Juarez in the house.
Yeah, he's flying or tying fishing jigs and flies.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. He's making flies.
Yeah, he's prepping. He's prepping.
Yep. He's tying jigs and flies and listening. Well.
Yep.
Yeah, and those EVs, they don't fare real well in Florida when you get the flooding and the hurricanes and such, because
They
salt's
short
not good for that.
out. They short out.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of the off-road. I follow some of the off-road sites. They were showing one of the Musk Tesla pickup trucks driving through about mid-hub deep water. And it started arcing and sparking. And it died right there. And I'm like, yeah, have a great time drying that one out.
Yeah.
So that is not my cup of tea. Yeah, I think Frank's cooking hot dogs, maybe some brats, and they'll be hot dogs. Chef Frank.
Yeah. Chef Juarez. And I hadn't heard that much, so you found out a little more apparently.
Yeah. So
Well, at least you've got the right guy for the job. Frank
yes,
does
we
a good
do.
thing.
Yes, we do. And he does a good job. Now, I don't know if he's going to grill them or you're going to get them boiled. I hadn't heard that part yet. Of course, a grilled dog's better.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm sure Frank would agree with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but yeah, we were discussing what's going in the ground and that kind of stuff. And they got a mixture of some things. We got some pretty cool stuff, and we're picking up prizes as we get along here.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
some of it is still to be announced.
Yep.
It'll be piece fed as it comes in, folks.
Yep. So we'll let you know as it goes. We'll let you know what we got. I know they got a Garrett Vortec 9. That's going to them. That's a start.
Yeah.
9 points. That's there already. So
Speaking of which, did you see KG's post on the when he had been out relic hunting? He had found a game piece with the Vortex and had cleaned it up, and it was also a whistle.
I didn't know about the whistle part. I saw the game piece. I saw it
Yeah.
looked like somebody tried to carve a bishop to me.
Yeah, he. Oh, I don't know. That's been a few days ago now. I think that he had that post up. Interesting.
Right.
And he
Pretty
found
cool.
that with Vortex.
Yeah. I talked with George, and he likes it. He says it's really coming around good. But you got to remember, their long term for that machine is it is going to be fully, not only, they can do the fixes and that, but you can buy advancements in the machine as you go along.
Yeah.
Buy the downloads.
And that is one of the things that sets that machine apart from others on the market, because it is the only machine that a manufacturer has out that you can do that with, to the best of my knowledge.
And only ORH. But yeah, from playing around with it a little bit and messing with it, I like what I see so far, but I haven't truly got out and really hunted. And I want to get out and hunt with it as soon as I can. But right now, with about 6 inches of snow on the ground and it's like 12 degrees and blowing, that ain't going to happen for a while.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit before you can do any digging, I think.
Well, I've got a couple farms lined up, new ground. And
Frank ought to be happy about that.
yeah, there are old homesteads on them too. So all I got to do is get with the guy and give him a call, and he'll take us out and show us where everything was at. And a couple particular items he wants us to check on, or at least wanted me to, and I'll find them. So
Nice.
4, what is it, 4 farms the family has? 4 or 5.
Sounds like a lot of land.
Yep. Yep. So, and not enough time to do it because they'll get, if we get a decent spring, they'll be planting right away.
Right. Dennis says 8 inches or more frost needs to go first.
Yep. You're right, Dennis. You're right, ORH. Get a ground heave. Every time you this type of cold weather, she'll pull stuff up.
Right.
Out and get on it right away.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. I do know one thing. I talked with a mine lab rep. They are introducing a new machine at their partner conference in, what is that, May 13th through 15th.
In Australia.
Adelaide, Australia is their conference. Bad timing. No, I'm not flying. I'm not flying about 30 hours to spend 3 days and come back. 30 hours each direction.
No.
Oh. Nope. 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 I saw a leaked photograph of a particular machine. It's not a 6060.
I saw that.
We'll see.
Right. Everybody's got all sorts of speculation, but you just don't know until it's out there.
That's right. So that's about it. That's all I got new. The Vortec, something coming down the pipe from Mine Lab. A few other things. Just not really kicking along here.
Right. Well, we've got a number of people in the chat. I'm curious to know how many of them might know. I mean, tomorrow is President's Day, and President's Day celebrates what? See if they've got anything to say about that.
Yeah, Dennis, they're still working on that, supposedly. Scott's got a good one up there, the Facebook post from someone tried to update the Garrett Vortec. Now it won't turn on or anything afterwards. Interesting. I've heard of people having trouble with an update.
Yeah, and it's hit and miss. Some people, they do the update no problem. Others have issues.
The lab. Jason answered your question. It's the last day of the Mine Lab President's Day sale. Good one, Jason.
Yep.
Yeah, it celebrates Lincoln and Washington.
And there you go, Scott. It celebrates Lincoln and Washington's birthdays.
Because they didn't want to have 2 separate holidays, so they combined them.
Well, and he was the first one to throw that in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe. Good job, Scott.
Well, that's worth a round of applause. Yeah, hey. Yep, we did too. But they were not celebrated on the same day in my era, Scott. You had Lincoln's birthday, and you had Washington's birthday. Well, they alternate them now, Dennis. This year's Lincoln. Oh, Bob. Mr.
Bob,
Hornicott in the house.
right. Huh. Scott says he grew up in Illinois, so we had to learn everything about Lincoln, of course.
ORH makes a point. Just think if it wasn't for Lincoln and Washington, we'd still be paying full price for new recliners on that day.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
That's one way.
Yeah, that is one way to look at it.
Yeah, Barb, I signed up for X for the same reason. NASCAR experience.
Hmm.
Good.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I signed up. I'm on X. Just to follow everything that's going on with that. My God.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Social media seems to be kind of a dangerous thing lately. But that's the way it goes. You do have that in the time.
It's still going, Bob. Daytona's still running. It got pushed back due to slow down the rain and that kind of bad weather. That Barb's up on it. She's 39 laps to go.
There you go. It's still running.
Still cooking. Still cooking. Gonna have to turn it on down here in a few minutes.
I wonder what the top speed has been.
Usually they got an average set up because, well, I don't know how they do it now. Last time they always, they showed somebody with lap time, average speed, and an average speed of the group and all that.
Oh, yeah. Of course, at the rate they're going with all these cautions for rain and all of that stuff, we'll cross the finish line before they do.
Right. ORH, I don't even drink beer. I still, if I had to stand there and pop a top and drink a can for it, I'd do that. A little Crown Royal would be better.
There you go.
Yep. So, well, buddy, I've got nothing else for you for tonight. Oh, Wallace is leading. Woo.
Okay. I'm going to say, if Barb's got all the answers, now Bill wants to know who's leading.
Yep. Yep. Well, she's got to write down Blaney, Byron, and Elliott. I'm not up on the Blaney name.
I'm not up on a lot of names anymore. I mean,
no.
I was watching the day that Senior hit the wall, and I didn't really follow NASCAR much after that. Plus, with all the regulation changes and everything,
yeah,
it's just not the same.
I got a kick out of seeing some of the early. Now I'm talking early races in the 50s. And
oh yeah,
2-3 years there, the top car in it was Hudson Hornets.
Yeah.
Build them to run, they did. But then moving forward to the 60s and 70s, that's when it was, in my book, some of the best racing.
And I'm not sure because it just kind of went by so fast, I kind of spaced on it. But I think they might have said that a Toyota got the pole position this year, and I believe that may have been the first time at Daytona.
That I don't know. That I don't know. I can tell you this much. The Toyota's a pretty decent vehicle, and the ones we get here are made in the U.S.
Right.
Can't say that for Ford, Dodge, and Chevy anymore,
No.
which is sad. Trump's working on that.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But I figured it's too cold to detect. Yeah, might as well watch Daytona.
Yeah, Dennis had a guy in school. He drove a Hudson Hornet Super Wasp. Big old lead sled.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, you don't hear about them very often.
No. And lead sleds are pretty cool. The old sliders.
Oh yeah.
Barb's, they got caution at 36 to go. You can still get in and see the end of it, people.
Oh, good grief! Come on. How many cautions have they had, Barb? And Barb's going, I lost count. You probably lost count around 125 laps.
Yep. Well, anyway, what do we got upcoming events? Anything that we're going to be working on, Josh?
I have got to see what's going on. Uh, this week had me a little tied up trying to get things all situated and in order. Apparently, they decide that once again they want me to go for physical therapy and get fitted for some sort of an extremely expensive, extremely uncomfortable brace. So I'm trying to see what I can do to weasel out of a little bit of it. I mean, I'm okay with the physical therapy, but I can't see spending hundreds of dollars for an extremely uncomfortable brace that I'm probably going to have to buy a different pair of shoes to even wear.
Mm-hmm. Barb says she signed up for a treasure hunt in the Carolinas. She's not going to DIV this spring. Oh my God. Hope you do well. Now, is this a hunt similar to a DIV, Barb, or is this a seated hunt type thing? He's typing.
And how will DIV survive?
I have no idea.
Or Best Western, for that matter.
They're asking her where it's at. Oh, well. Seated hunt. Randy Gatchell puts it on. It's a great hunt. And she missed the last two. So, cool, Barb.
Yeah.
Keep us posted.
She has actually been at his hunts before.
Cool.
And from what I can recall, he doesn't do too bad with them.
Blacksburg,
Blacksburg.
Carolina.
Yeah, the Blacksburg.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
definitely
report when you get back. Better do good, huh?
enjoys herself and does well.
Yep. Yep. Well, Josh, I'm done for tonight.
Hey, Chuck.
Huh?
I said, what do you think, Chuck?
I
If
am done.
we get out of here, we can see him cross the finish.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll watch them cross. We'll come up with a game plan who we're going to get on here. I got a couple ideas. I got to call some people and a few other things to talk about. Keep moving forward on Alaska. Dennis, it'll be here before you know it, brother. So,
Yep. Forward on Alaska, move forward on swing into summer.
yep. So it's going to be
Moving
good.
forward with some nicer weather.
That's cool. All right, buddy. I'm out of here. Stay safe. Stay warm. I'd say find a bucket lister, but everybody I see on here, except for Barb and maybe Bob, probably aren't going to do much detecting.
Right.
Right. Later.
See you, Chuck.
Have a great.
Well, yeah, could say find a bucket lister, but I don't know. I think about anything that anybody's going to be digging for a little bit is maybe digging their car out, shoveling off their walk, or sit indoors and stare out the window and hope that it melts very soon. That's what I'm doing. I don't like this cold stuff. We got to get to some nicer weather soon. Either way, it's time to go see who crosses the finish line at the Daytona. Enjoy President's Day tomorrow, everyone. We are out of here.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.